We'll start our tour at the Mission Dolores Church, the oldest building in the city. It was here that the first day of location filming for Vertigo began. In the movie Vertigo, Jimmy Stewart's character Scotty becomes obsessed with Madeline, played by Kim Novak, and follows her to various locations throughout San Francisco. Over 200 years old, Mission Dolores is a beautiful setting that was chosen by Hitchcock years before actual filming began, and is one of the most memorable and haunting locations from the film.
Our next stop is in Lincoln Park at the Palace of the Legion of Honor, an exact replica of the pavilion in Paris, France. Art lovers come here to see paintings, sculptures, and artifacts in over 24 different galleries. It's here in Gallery 6 that Scotty observes the mysterious Madeline. You could spend hours here, but we had to keep moving on to the next location, which is just a short drive away at Fort Point.
This tree-lined drive remains unchanged over time and is the only entrance into the fort. Located at the base of the magnificent Golden Gate Bridge, today it's enjoyed as a favorite place for joggers and tourists. Fort Point was originally built in 1861 as an army base and lookout, and still looks exactly like it did in Vertigo.
Here we are at historical Fort Point. It's a great place to see the city and the Golden Gate Bridge and some great crashing waves.
This is where Kim Novak throws herself over the edge into the water and gets rescued by Jimmy Stewart. The close-up scenes of the two actors were filmed on a soundstage at Paramount, and if you noticed, stairs were added to make it easier for him to carry her out of the water. All in a good day's work for Jimmy.
Next, we're off for a drive down Lombard Street into the heart of the colorful Russian Hill district of downtown. Although you won't find it on any travel brochure, Vertigo tourists make it a point to stop at this Art Deco building at the corner of Jones and Lombard. We're here at 900 Lombard Street, the location used for Jimmy Stewart's apartment in the film. It's here that he brings Kim Novak back after her jump into the bay. It's kind of interesting that Hitchcock would choose a place like this for Jimmy Stewart's character, considering he suffered from vertigo. Lombard is considered the crookedest street in the world, which adds to Hitchcock's idea of the swirling vertigo motif in the film. Sitting like a grand old queen at the top of Nob Hill is the Brocklebank Apartments, the location chosen by Hitchcock for Kim Novak's home in the film. Today, the Brocklebank houses exclusive private residences, and a uniformed porter makes sure onlookers admire it from a distance only. Directly across the street from the Brocklebank is the luxurious Fairmont Hotel, where Hitchcock and his cast and crew stayed while filming in town.
A couple hours drive south of San Francisco is our next destination, Cypress Point, near Carmel by the Sea and Pebble Beach. After checking out all of the locations in the city, it's great to hit the road for a nice seaside drive and some fresh ocean air.
We're stopped here along the 17-mile drive, close to the point where Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak made their famous kiss. The actual shot was made in the studio with a backdrop of the waves, but you gotta come see it in person. It's just beautiful.
Stay with me all the time.
If you have the opportunity, don't miss a chance to come down here to Mission San Juan Bautista, another one of the key Vertigo locations. Right behind me is a spot where Jimmy Stewart chases Kim Novak into the bell tower. Everything here is almost exactly as it was 40 years ago. It's almost like a trip back in time. You can just imagine what it was like living here back then. Horse-drawn carriages, oil lanterns, and other simple pleasures of country life. The charmingly relaxed town of San Juan Bautista is about an hour's drive from the coast and 2 hours south of San Francisco, and is worth the trip. It really is a magical little place.